Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus La Soul, and I'm back. And I'm doing this video to challenge the idea of mainstream music and music influential people on social media. Because, like, I'm an anarchist at heart, right? And it's kind of like, I post the idea, like, why not? So, like, my recent videos have been me posting, like, literally tracks done on my iPad with literally like a $7 app with a $3 $4 synth with the drill synth inside the app. I pay like $10 total for the app, and making tracks. Even though like what I release on the thing, I never release on my page like final tracks because of the fact that people do be biting. People be trying to like go on people's pages and figure shit out and then take it and run with it like they did it, and it's just messy. And so none of my stuff is like mixed perfectly, or like that is the final arrangement. I might arrange it totally different when I make it into an album, but it's the reason why I moved this way was because like I'm getting tired of like social media and these so-called music influencers and like gear gear or software sellers, because like they're missing the point. They're missing the whole thing about making music. Music is an artistic expression. You know what I'm saying? And like with all this stuff that's put out there, it's like it's making the shit more complicated than what it is, bro. Like most of these guys, like I hear people bitching and complaining about like getting a device, right? Because the salesman is pitching it, right? That's sponsored by like some major corporation to sell petty off some more gear to like an individual, to their audience. Like they're just like a bunch of fucking like hungry ass like goats or sheep, and you about to feed them some pellets. You know, you go to the little petting farm and you put a quarter in, you crank the little dispenser, and it give you a fistful of pellets to feed the sheep and or the fish or whatever. And like they just come and just gobble it up because they've been trained to just digest consumerism to the highest degree, but yet no one's making music. Or you get the I believe they're fucking shields, um or trying to be slick and become like A&Rs, gatekeepers that are like industry or had success in the industry or currently in the industry, music producers or artists coming up and like trying to be influencers to try to like, you know, derail people off of the whole purpose of making music. You know, if you're a music influential person on social media, the first thing you need to be influencing people on is music, trying to make music or explore their musical ideal and expression, and giving clarity to that, because everybody's trying to be like, oh, like you got to use this DAW or you got to use this piece of gear because I'm the voice of music. This is how they come across. I'm not saying I'll do that because like basically I use anything, bro. I'm making shit off of an iPad. I made music off of my phone. My first couple hundred songs that I published were right off of my phone using GarageBand. And it was just because of necessity. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to buy or like what to like invest in. So I was like, hell, I got my phone, got this app. It's got royalty sounds or stock sounds, whatever. I'll just make my music on it and then, figure this shit out. And I just did that, bro. And it's like, Why isn't it that type of like influence? It's all about you're not a real, it's kind of like they subliminally trying to put out this idea that like to be a legit producer, you got to have like the flagship device, or like a fucking museum of like ancient pieces of gear that they probably only use on like one track, or the shit don't even work. It's more like a fucking desk desk weight, paperweight, or like just there like to just collect dust, but you think they got it, and it's like, yeah. And it's like, bro, it's like y'all kind of missed the point. Like, making music should not only be like simple, but like enjoyable. Like, a lot of that shit is not enjoyable. Like, right now, I don't even use a lot of the shit I bought over the years because of the fact that I'm not really like enjoying making music on it because I can't get into a flow state. I just want to like make a drum pattern and create a sound like from a synth and just like compose some music. No, I gotta know all these, fucking combinations. Like, I'm playing Twister, I'm all twisted up, where I have to like right hand on green, left hand on yellow, right foot on blue, you know, and whatever other fucking color that's in that game. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember all these like steps and menu diving and shit. It's just it's gotten so far from like actually making music to now it's about more about like idolizing and worshiping, the gear or the software, or I'm part of this cult that uses this, and it is only this, and anybody that speak ill of this is committing the highest form of blasphemy and need to be subject to death for their blasphemous ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, okay, you buy this shit, and then it's like you making all these videos, and you thinking, okay, this person about to cook, and then it's crickets because it's like, bro, that shit's so mid. You know what I'm saying? It's like the shit didn't even like improve your overall capability. Like, really, it's not even the gear. Like, most of these people idolize gear not because the gear is fire, but because their particular, artist or producer used it. And then it's like, I don't even think most of these guys go back and like actually, whenever these people speak about why they were using that, most of the time they'll be like, that's the only thing I had, bro. Like, or like, I went to the pawn shop and like this was a piece of gear that nobody wanted anymore, and I just had like a few dollars, and I bought the shit and I took it home and I just like experimented with it, and I made it do what it do. Nah, it's like, oh yeah, like I have to have this because this person used it. Like like the people who worship the Roland TR 808 or the 909, they're like, I have to have this, and then you go on Reverb, it's like buying a brand new like car or something, or like, it's like, are you serious? Like, you really think I'm going to pay like 30,000 $40,000 for this archaic old fossil device that like really you could just go and like literally get samples off of the damn computer, or maybe some like something that sounds remotely close to it probably came with the latest piece of gear, but yet you got to have this like this museum piece just to make you a legit, artist. And yeah, I'm renting, and it's like you see all this, and then it's like, look, I'm an anarchist, so I don't like nobody trying to like flex on me on some bullshit. Like, it's like, okay, you think that's music? Okay, I'm gonna take this fucking irrelevant $10 app, right? And I'm gonna make something that sounds like more impressive than what you would think, with less tracks than what you would normally use, just to troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take all that, bro. Like, if I made some shit that sounds like it sounds musical with a $10 app using 3 tracks, and you got a museum, a fucking miniature guitar center in your damn room, and you're struggling just to make like some generic music that probably AI can just like make far easier and more superior, and yet you're like, I need more. Then it's like, bro, you missed the point. You missed the whole boat, bro. You missed the whole point of making music, bro. It's about art. Like this shit is ridiculous. And like I don't want to come across like as like some elitist because I'm not an elitist, bro. I don't like elitism. I don't think that shit has its place in music. Like the shit I just did, like my last track, I'm combining. Basically, I'm using 3 tracks. I've been doing this for like the past week or two. 3 tracks, right? 3 sounds, literally. Some drum sounds, either some shit I made off of a free app called Drum Computer by Sugar Bytes, right? Or the drum sounds that come in this damn app, right? And the drift synth, and just an init patch, and just make some sounds. Use the two effects that's given to like niggas like, oh, I need to. It's not enough effects. It's not enough this. It's like then make it do what it do. Like it needs to sound musical, bro. It needs to capture some type of emotional impression on the listener. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't. I don't even go into like, oh yeah, I use these scales and because then it's just like you're not even really trying to like explore music or try something new. You just basically, oh, I see this. You secretly you like it, but you don't want to give credit because I'm not a like Uber influencer. So like the glazing is not necessary. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need the glaze because that shit's weak sauce. I never liked glazers, booty kissers, Hoover Vacs. You know what I'm saying? Kirby's. I love Kirby now. Don't get me wrong. Kirby's my nigga. But I don't like the sucking up type booty kissing, brown nosing from like individuals. Like I'm more here to just kind of say, look, bro, use what you have. Like what you have at your disposal. Cause I was making beats with my knuckles and fists at the lunch table when I was young, and that was musical. Why can't I make music with just like a basic app with 3 tracks? You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that shit, bro. And it's just like, and then it's like the camera angles. You think I'm really gonna be like sitting there spending like, here it is, it might take me like literally 3 minutes to do the whole track, like to compose it, arrange it, maybe even sound design, right? If I feel like it, right? And then play it, right? So maybe 10 minutes total, right? And then I'm gonna spend like half a day, hours, hours, like editing all these like multi shots like it's ESPN and the nigga just got punched on or dunked on and they showing like 12 different angles. Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. And it's all about like worship the gear. Like you niggas are like Helda off of fucking Hey Arnold with like she had a shrine of Arnold in her room, but then when you see Arnold, you just like punching him and calling him football head and shit. Like that's y'all. That's you people on social media, you music influencers, you music gear sellers, and it's gotten disgusting. And nobody's like listening to anything new or trying to make anything new. It's all about like it's only a few people. I ain't gonna say everybody. It's a few people, and it's just like you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna go on some Uber trolling, you know, uh get deeply into my anarchist type energy and just what you think is cool, I'm going to destroy it just because and to enlighten people that like use what you have, bro. If I'm making heat with 3 tracks on a $10 app, right? Who's to say you can't do that? Or like why do you need to subscribe to a person? I'm gonna clear out a lot of my subscriptions too of people that I was subscribed like years ago who now are like gear salesmen and gear worshipers. And it's like, bro, like you're not even making music or teaching anything about like how to hook this shit up. You just now like, follow me. And if anybody disagree with you, now you're a bona fide hater. and you just mad because you're not in my position and all this bullshit, and you're slaves. You people are slaves. You don't even know that you're a slave. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no autonomy. You have to make videos on and glaze up bullshit gear or complicated shit that's gonna take people years. It took me like years to even learn how to use the Akai Force. Years to get to a point where I'm able to just flow on it. You understand that? And they're making even more complicated bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, it's a rant. You know, you can take it however you want to take it. I don't fucking care, bro. Like, if you subscribe to me, you subscribe because you love music. I challenge the notion that you need the most expensive, ridiculous, feature packed piece of shit toy gear to make heat. And it's really come from the individual and your imagination, not this bullshit that like, yeah, you gotta get this. And if you speak anything against this, you must be silenced. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you feel like that, like, cause I'm like, I'm getting past the part of even showing my fucking face, because I'm like, it's no point in me even putting my face up here. I'm mainly just using this shit as like free ass advertisement to display my music, talk about music, and like philosophize about the shit. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And encourage people to do them and not be like, you know, a fucking sheep. You know what I'm saying? And just go with thus saith the musical influence gatekeeper A&R wannabe posing as salesman tell you to do. And then they got beef. You can come see me. You can come on the comment board. I'll be civil. I can be civil. But if you come on some disrespect, best believe I'm gonna call you by name, and I'm gonna destroy you, in the sense of showing the hypocrisy in what you do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sponsored by nobody. Even if I was, and if the gear was ass, I would tell you. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get back to the music. Like, they telling you, oh, you know, all these people from the industry telling about, oh, you should make your YouTube channel. No, you need to be making music. Okay? If you didn't know, you competing with the same people you looking at. You know what I'm saying? Yes, everybody had an individual lane, but in essence, you are competing with them. So, yeah, that is a way to try to, you know, move pieces off the board by telling them, hey, yeah, focus on making YouTube videos and being a music influencer on YouTube, besides making, you know, better music, or, you know, advancing beyond just making basic ass beats, you know what I'm saying, or tight beats. You know, that's what they're pushing. So, you know, fuck that, fuck them. And if they got issues with me, they come see me, or we can have a convo. But it is what it is. You know, I'm an anarchist at the core. I want people to think for themselves, strive for autonomy. And, you know, just because someone say this is the thing, is it? It might be for you. It might not. But if it's not for you, you shouldn't be getting all this backlash from like haters, bro. Like, that's why I got off of fucking Facebook with the whole Force thing. I was making original music, trying new things on the thing, and all I got was like hate and underlying like passive aggressive energy from a bunch of like old niggas that's trying to like carve out their space to be seen in it. And it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get off this little Facebook thing, and I'm just gonna just make music. And that's what I plan on doing. And flexing on you by just doing 3 tracks and making music. Just to prove that you don't need